of clicks go to the people in the top 3. And so to be in the top 3, the biggest factor is your Google review. So that's, quality, that's how many you have, and that's also the frequency that you're getting them at. And then the frequency, I'd say, is what's a kicker for a lot of them, because a lot of people will build up a lot of reviews, but then all of a sudden they think it's not a priority anymore, and then all of a sudden they start falling down on their listing because they're not getting their reviews up. So, yeah. And are you taking a picture of this? I can make it bigger if you'd like.
Oh, we're going to record it for the owners so that you don't go through this twice.
Sounds good.
I'm just looking at all your tabs and see that you're looking for furniture.
So yeah, that was my last call, was on furniture.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we'll change these all over to you guys. So if we get over to Joplin Marine and RV.
JoplinRVMarine.com.
Okay, perfect.
That's
I was
us
actually
right
going to pull you
there.
guys up. This is you guys, right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
So bad news is that if somebody gets on Google and they're looking for an RV dealer, this is not super, it doesn't inspire a lot of confidence in people.
We're brand new.
So, okay, well, that's good. But we got to get the number up, because what you'll find is that if somebody gets on Google and they search, best RV dealer in Joplin, then what's going to happen is it's automatically going to filter out anybody that doesn't have 4 stars or higher. That's what this best search does. But this increases like 50% every year. People are using this more and more. So we got to get you guys over 4 stars. But again, you guys are new. You've only got 12 reviews. We can get that up pretty quick with a couple 4 or 5 star reviews. And kind of your point, you said it was Nick?
Yep.
That's Nick.
To Nick's point, we make it really, really easy because we automatically send these out once a sale is done or an RO is completed or whatever it is. We'll automatically send those out, and we can get you guys some more reviews and get you guys up and over 4 stars.
Love it.
Curious, what DMS are you guys using?
Lightspeed.
Okay, perfect. So we have an integration with Lightspeed. So you guys don't actually have to manually send out those texts. They'll just automatically go out whenever you mark something as paid or closed.
That's nice.
Really, really nice. Really nice. Because just like your customers won't leave you reviews if you don't make it really easy for them, your sales reps and your team doesn't send them out if it's not really easy for them. And so what we do is we just make it automatic. So that's where we get the best results for people.
Okay.
Any questions about reviews or the importance of reviews?
Is there... It seemed like whenever I used you guys before, there was not really a way to get rid of the bad ones, but...
Yeah.
You just have to flood it with good ones.
Exactly. So what I will say is that I talk to people who fight Google and try to get rid of the bad ones. It takes like 6 months or a year. What I will say is way better to do is just flood it with good ones, right? Because people know you're going to get bad reviews every once in a while. That's normal, right? But I
was trying to explain this to Victoria, the owner, CEO of the dealership. People read bad reviews, but they read your response to the bad reviews. Okay,
Kim, I really like you.
Okay,
I really, really like you, Kim.
So
you and I are on the same page.
You can have 300 good reviews. They will scroll down till they find the bad ones, and they will read your response. That's what sells your dealership.
100%. 100%. Because my wife is an accountant, and very true to stereotypes, she is very risk averse, and she wants to know all the bad before she goes into something.
Yeah.
She's totally the person that's going to say, I want to read all the 1-star reviews. Yep. And then it's true because, I want to know, or my wife in this case wants to know, if I have a bad experience, what are these guys going to do? They're going to call me an idiot and never talk to me again, or are they going to take care of me? And here I can see this is a long, professional response to a 1-star review. That inspires confidence in potential buyers. So that's great. Okay. And are you doing that, Kim, or who's writing these out?
No, Victoria did that.
Oh, that's Victoria. I see that. Okay. Well, should have looked there first. But no, that's great. I love that Victoria's doing that. We actually have a tool that will make this easier for her. And so I think she'll like that. But we can kind of get into that. But no, I think
the fire department just showed up here.
1-2-star reviews. You guys okay?
Yeah, the fire department just showed up.
They're testing the driveway is what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
I
was afraid there was a fire.
No, their lights and sirens aren't on.
Oh, okay, good.
They're just making sure there's enough room to get in and out of the dealership is what they're doing.
Gotcha. Making sure you guys are up to code.
Yeah.
Good. Cool. Very cool. So yeah, 100% you're right, Kim. So the best way to counteract bad reviews is to get a lot of good reviews. And then the bad ones don't really matter. And so I'll go ahead and I'll show you. It sounds like you guys are both pretty familiar with the process, but this is automated through Lightspeed. But whenever somebody makes a purchase, then Podium's going to find their name and their number in Lightspeed and is going to shoot them a text using this template. You guys can use ours. You guys can make your own, whatever you like. but it's going to have your picture and your branding here. So customer gets a text. You can imagine I just made a purchase. I'm super pumped about it. I drive home, check my phone. First thing I see is, hey, thanks so much for choosing Joplin Marine RV. Could you take 30 seconds to leave us a review using this link? Most people at this point, 98% of texts are open. So most people at this point are willing to click this link. The issue where most dealerships run into a problem is that if people click this button and they get a sign-in page, hey, put your name and password in before you can leave a review. How often do you think people are going to leave reviews in that situation?
Not very often.
Not very often. It's actually depressing. And so what we do instead is we actually have a partnership with Google. They noticed what we were doing. They liked it. And so we have an open API, meaning that anybody that's got YouTube, Gmail, Google Maps, Google Play, any of those things on their phone, they're automatically going to get signed in and get onto your page. So we're getting rid of one of the biggest barriers that stops people from getting reviews. So then they click 5 stars, they say something nice about you, click post, and it's done.
Sorry about that.
All good. No, that's great. And so curious to hear your thoughts on that review flow there and how the integration works.
I've used it, so it's great, but I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I may have to go handle this real quick.
Okay.
With the fire department?
They are doing an inspection, so hang on.
Okay.
No worries. You finish up here.
I'll keep recording.
All right. Hey, cool. So Kim, do you want us to keep going or you want us to hang tight for you?
No, go ahead.
Okay,
keep going.
Perfect. I was going to say, Nick, I've got a lot of great jokes, so I can kill time.
You'll have to listen to Nick's jokes, though.
Yeah, mine are terrible.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, no, mine are too. They're off. So, no, that's fun. That's fun. Okay, cool. So yeah, reviews there. And then you'll notice as well, once somebody leaves you guys a review, we're going to prompt them to sign up for text promotions, which is how we build up a list so that you guys can use text marketing and Podium later. So that's where, we send out messages to prompt people to come in and book a service appointment with you guys, or, if you guys are trying to cross sell on anything or doing a discount or asking for referrals, you can do that all through the text marketing.
Okay.
So yeah, totally. I'm curious, what do you guys do now to try to retarget or cross-sell your current customers?
We spend a ton on Google.
Okay.
We got a little bit of radio and TV stuff, but the owners spend a lot on Google just to, try to get them, because everybody goes to the website now. So.
Yep, totally. Yeah, that's where it all happens. And that's where the web chat comes in. But I'm curious, if we were to build up a list of a couple hundred people, maybe even a couple thousand people that have given you permission to text them with marketing messages, how do you see yourself using that?
Just as far as how do we respond to it,
or like I mentioned the example of prompting people to come in and book a service with you guys rather than going to somebody else. Is that something you see yourself doing? Or?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Cool.
I mean, especially for service.
Is there any other? Sorry, go ahead.
Especially for service, just because, in the winter it's a little bit slower. Mm-hmm. People don't camp as much in the winter, so what they're going to do is send out a massive blast like this where, it's like, hey, we're doing a free de-winterize if you winterize your RV with us.
Perfect.
We're cutting the labor rate back, that kind of thing. So we would use it eventually. Our main thing right now is just getting you guys on the web chat so that we can see that. Then we'll probably build from there once the owners see what this will do.
Cool. That's great.
I've been around
That's
for
super
about
great.
4 years now.
Say that again.
I've been with 2 different dealerships that have used Podium for about 4 years now, so I know what you guys can do.
Good. That's great. So I'm bummed that Kim won't be able to be around for this part. It sounds like that was his biggest interest, but that's great. So then on your website, like you said, whether it's through Google Ads or through Google reviews, or they heard about you on the radio and they look you up online, when people come to your website, it's really important that we capture their information and we get them connected with you guys. Or else if they come here and they leave the website, we lost them, right? And if they go here, they go to your competitors, we lost them.
Yep.
And so that's where the web chat comes in. And you're pretty familiar with this, but I'm doing this more for Kim and the owners now. But at any point in somebody's journey on your website, if they've got a question, there's a nice smiling face here, they click text us, they put their name and their number. So we can do this with you, Nick. What's your cell?
918 671
671
8680.
8680. Okay. And let's say, somebody comes in, they're looking at an RV and they say, hey, is this available in red? I don't know. Maybe somebody wants a red RV.
That's true.
And they click send on the website. You'll see one thing happen right away, Nick, is that you're going to get an automatic text message that says, hey, thanks for reaching out. We'll be with you shortly. And so we do that for two reasons. Number one is if we can get people off their computers and not looking at your competitors, all the better. Number two, we're letting them know that you're going to communicate with them in a way that's way more convenient than your competitors are, because a phone is inconvenient, email is inconvenient, but texting is great, right? I can send you a text or text back and forth with you when I'm waiting to pick my kid up from school, or when I'm laying in bed at night. Like, I can do that anytime. Whereas a phone call, we're bound by business hours, email, it's kind of same deal. So it's really, really nice. And so that's how that works. And it all comes into one inbox, and we can streamline all of your leads so that we can get email, Facebook, Google, website, everything coming into one spot. So it's really easy for your sales reps to keep track of all these leads and be really, really quick to respond. So what we find is that 85% of people will do business with the first company that they hear back from. And in most cases, text is going to be the fastest way to get back to people. Because even if you texted me, or I texted you on your website and you called me back, if I don't know your number, I'm probably not going to answer. And then now we're playing phone tag, and it's inconvenient. And so sales rep sees that, Nick is asking if it's red, and no, but we have pink, right? Whatever, you can respond however you'd like. And now we're having a conversation with that person. We can bring them in to the dealership, and we can run it from there. Do you guys do all of your sales in person, or do you guys ever do it like just a sale totally virtually?
During COVID, we did a lot of that. But
sure.
For the most part right now, if you have somebody out of the States or out of this state, we can do a video for them to send the video, do everything. We can send them the paperwork and everything. So technically, yes, it doesn't happen a lot though.
Gotcha. Okay. I was just going to say that with the payments, so we have the card readers that you mentioned before, which are super, super nice to have. We can also facilitate payments via text. So, if somebody is virtual, maybe they're in Arkansas or Illinois, and then they decide to buy from you guys, you could jump in here and you can send them an invoice, new RV, whatever. And you can send them an invoice for $5,000, and they can pay it through text, through ACH or credit card, whatever's easiest for them. So that's really, really nice.
What was the percentage on your credit card deals though?
Let me pull it up really quick. I was going to go through that towards the end, but let me just grab it really quick. So it depends a little bit, but depending on the package that you guys have, and obviously the package you guys have depends on a couple different factors. But I would say that, so card reader be anywhere between 2.1 to 2.2%, and I think 15 cents per transaction, which not bad at all. And then I think for text to pay, let's see, I think it's the same. Let's see. Actually, if I'm understanding it right, I think text pays a little higher, maybe 2.5, 2.6%, but I might be reading that wrong. So anyway,
okay.
So does that sound like higher, average, below average for what you guys are paying now?
We pay 3%. So
okay.
If it's
so
over $1,000,
it's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when transactions are thousands of dollars, being almost a whole percent less is big time.
Yeah.
So we like to hear that. Because when you guys had said that they were a little higher, I was like, dang, they must have really good rates. Because my understanding is that in most cases, we actually have really competitive rates. Because we're not a payments company, right? We're a software company, and payments is one of our products. So we don't have to charge, top dollar for payments because it's not our...
Well, the last time that I dealt with this, it was right after COVID when the interest rates were lower. So everything's gone up since I've dealt with this. But now the battery guy's here. Oh, deal.
We like to hear that. We like to hear it. So any other questions or anything else you'd like me to show for the web chat?
I don't think so.
Okay, very cool, very cool. The great thing about this too is that, let's say that Nick came in, he bought his pink RV, he paid. The great thing too is that if in a month, he's got an issue or he's got a question, he can actually just go in here and respond to this conversation. And then whoever was working with him before, so in this case it was London, can respond, and they can go back and forth again, which creates, again, a good customer experience for you guys, because people know they can just text you. They don't have to worry about making a phone call, being on hold, or, it's a weekend or a weeknight or whatever it is. So it's really, really nice for you guys. And then, or really nice for them. And then for you guys, it's really nice because you can also text them in 6 months and say, hey, bring the RV in for an oil change or whatever you guys do during the service. I have no idea.
Gotcha.
But that's great. That's super great. So that's the reviews. That's the web chat. Covered payments a little bit. We have a payments account executive that I can actually get looped in when you guys are getting on board, if you can answer more technical questions. But what else do you want to see? What other questions do you have for me?
think that's it for now. We just need to look at the cost of it so we can see if we can get them going.
I will. I don't want to get into the weeds too much here, but I will say, so just in terms of the marketing, like the bulk messaging side, we have these ready-made campaigns. So if you guys want, it's winter, it's a little bit slower. We have all of these templates that you guys can use for service promotion to bring people in. They've been tested. They do really, really well. And so we have all sorts of things. I mean, we also have segmentation. So you guys can segment yourself, or, if you want, you can send service promotion out to only the people who have responded to campaigns in the past, or people who have left you good reviews, or people who recently purchased an RV from you, anything like that. And so yeah, super, super easy, where we get feedback all the time that for marketing folks are like, hey, it used to take me hours to reach out to a couple hundred people. Now I can reach thousands in like 7 minutes. And so really, really, really nice there.
So when you saying this was integrated into Lightspeed, so whenever a unit sells, does this system know that it's sold?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So basically, Podium and Lightspeed will talk to each other, and Lightspeed will say, hey, we just sold something to this person, and this is their phone number. And Podium goes, okay, thanks. They'll take the name, phone number, and then shoot out the template or whatever you want it to send them.
I got you.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, happy to show you more, but if you're ready to see pricing, I can jump in there too.
Yeah, let's just start with the price. I mean, after they see how this works, I'm sure they'll want to do more with you guys, but just to get more going now.
Yeah, for sure. And I also noticed that you guys said that you had Deanna told me that you guys had a location in Tulsa. Is that right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, I noticed that there's more reviews in Tulsa, but it's obviously still pretty competitive. You guys looking to do anything in Tulsa, or what's the plan there?
Once they see how they're trying us first, because me and Kim talked to them about this in the last couple of days. I was like, you need to try these guys out because I know it works. So once they see how this works for us, I'm sure they'll pick it up here pretty quick. And I told them, I said, if you did a multi-location, it'll probably get a discount too. That's
what I was going to say. Yep, that's what I was going to say is we get you guys a better discount if we do both. But I am curious to hear from you because we have 2 different packages. But I'm trying to decide what would be the best fit. How many transactions do you guys think you're doing on an average monthly basis?
Just like units sold talking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not doing much right now. We're probably around 30.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay, so 30 sold per month. How many ROs do you think you guys are doing on a monthly basis?
I'd say 100.
Okay, nice. That's great. So so potential for reviews is pretty high if we're doing 130 transactions a month. In fact, I can even just check here. This might bring it in a little bit low just because you guys are recently getting started. Let's see. Is this the right one? Hammonds Boulevard?
That's it.
Yeah, perfect. So with 100, this is low. I think it's just because we don't have a lot of data on the Google page yet. But even if in the next 3 months, we only got you guys 35 reviews, which if you're doing 130 a month, I think it's really feasible that we're getting 30, 40 a month. I think that's a conservative guess. That gets us from a 3.8 to a 4.4. And even just with that little increase, 60% increase in website visits, over 100% increase of people calling you, and 45% increase of people coming onto the lot to come check out inventory. So even with, a small pickup there, we're seeing really big results in terms of bringing more leads. So, yeah. Okay. And one thing I'll also say as well, I'm probably getting into the weeds here, but I actually was going back and forth with the dealer yesterday, and he was saying, well, I don't want the web chat because if you guys ask for information, I'm going to get less leads. And I said, yeah, you are going to get less leads, but they're going to be way higher quality leads. You're not getting the tire kickers coming in here. If someone's willing to come in, give their name and their number and say, text me, that's a person that's looking to make a purchase. And so we're getting you guys really good leads. And the ironic thing is this guy was complaining. He's like, man, my sales reps, they never do anything with the leads I send them. And I was like, yeah, it's because you're sending them a bunch of tire kickers. Yeah. These people are wasting their time. Out. And so they're not going to spend their time with these people that aren't serious, but Podium's going to get you guys serious leads. And so it's big. So what I will say is that if we're getting started with both locations, we can get a discount. But even if we're just getting started on the one, I would actually recommend a professional just because people on the professional package, they stay with us longer. They get a better ROI. We get better feedback from them. They're happier with the experience. It's an extra $200 a month. But what I'll say is that the difference in the features is really significant. And it blows the extra $200 a month totally out of the water because you guys start with more marketing contacts. So there's more messages that you can send out a month for the marketing. You guys also can send multimedia marketing content. So if you guys wanted to cross-sell something, or you guys wanted to send pictures or videos in the text marketing, that's really, really, really nice. You can automatically route messages. So if somebody comes onto your website and they chat in, Podium can detect if it's a sales-based question and put that to your sales team. If it's a service-based question, put it to the service team. And so in that way, we're getting to people faster, so we're giving them less time for our competitors to talk to them. So even just that alone is big time. We can also program Podium to answer FAQs. So we would basically find out from you guys, hey, what are FAQs? What do you want it to say? And then it can also answer FAQs. So if it's after hours, or if it's a weekend, or even if it's a normal time, Podium's getting them answers really fast again, minimizing the time they have to look at your competitors and increasing the time that they're hearing back from you guys, which means they're more likely to buy from you. So that's what I would say there. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. It sounds like you're not really the decision maker here, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts on pricing and the different packages.
So you're saying one-time implementation fee. So it's $649 to get started. Then the following month you pay another $649, or you got to pay that twice in 1 month?
Great question. Yep. So it's twice in 1 month. This is because you guys get the one-on-one onboarding. And so, I could give you the best software in the world, but if your team's not trained to use it, if it's not integrated, if it's not easy to use, again, you guys aren't going to use it. So we're going to give you guys your own onboarding manager who's going to help you guys get this onboarded. They can do strategy calls with you. They'll check in with you every couple of days and then every couple of weeks. Once you guys are rocking and rolling, making sure you're getting the most out of the tool. They can do trainings for your entire team to make sure everybody knows how to use it. So that's what that is.
So, say that since I've used this for years, is there a way to make that go away just to get the deal done with the owners?
Yeah, I could ask, what's the timeline to get Podium implemented?
We're wanting it like within the next 5 days, me and Kim are.
Okay.
Quick question.
Okay, nice.
Sorry to interrupt
you.
Gate key. Steven has a gate key. Construction has a gate key. You have a gate key. Where's the other one?
You have it.
Where is it?
It was on the desk at one point.
Okay.
That was the last place I saw it was on the desk.
You didn't give it to anybody else?
No, sir.
Let me look at it.
Okay. All right. So if you could check on that to get it done, that would help.
Yeah, totally. And in many cases, I've seen us able to drop the implementation fee for like a fast movers discount. So, you guys want to get it done soon. Obviously, we would love to also get it done soon and get you guys rocking and rolling. What's the process here? So, it sounds like you and Kim are pretty on board. It sounds like the owner's going to be involved in it as well.
Yes, so the owners will make the decision. It's Craig and Victoria. That's why I'm recording this, so that they can go through this video and watch it, and they'll make their decision. To get them sit down to watch this, it's tough because they're very, very busy with two dealerships. That kind of thing.
I know how it goes.
So hopefully I get them done and watch this weekend.
What's feasible? So in the next 5 days is great. Like I said, if I can go to my manager and say, hey, they want to move fast on this, can we remove the implementation fee? Is it unreasonable to say that we're meeting again and getting this wrapped up on Monday?
No, it should not be a problem. If I can get them sit down long enough. So second question is, if we add the Tulsa store on there, what kind of discount can you do on that?
Yeah, so I would need to double check.
Okay.
But what I believe we could get away with would be down from $649. I'm taking a look at my pricing doc here to see what would be feasible. But I think if we got both started, we could get it down from $649 to $599 on each of them. So take $50 off a month.
Okay.
So it's basically like if I'm doing the math right, I'm not very good at math, but it's like a 10% discount.
Gotcha.
I guess a little bit less, but yeah.
Well, I think to sweeten the deal for the owners to make them move quicker on it, if you can get rid of the implementation fee on both stores, and to do the $599, I have a feeling they'll probably go for it. I can't speak for them, of course. So,
if I can go into my managers and say, hey, these guys we've met on Friday, we're moving on Monday. It's one business day later. They're getting a second location. I think that gives me a really good case to justify that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
I should be able to get them to nail it down by Monday, but just have to get them to sit down and watch the video and see what we can do.
Totally. And I can also send like a recap email with kind of the hot points from this. So if they don't have time to sit down and watch, 20-minute video, or maybe it's been 30. I can't believe it's been 30 minutes. That was fast.
Yeah.
A 25, 30-minute video, then they can also check the email. If the email's sufficient, great. If they want to watch this, great.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's see what we can do.
Kim, had any other questions for me? I kind of went through this with Nick, but I see you're back now.
He's long gone.
Oh, is he? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought I saw him walk by in the back.
We got another guy in here. He's wanting to work a deal.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, I'm happy to keep chatting. This has been fun for me, but if that's it, that's it.
Okay, let me give you my email address real quick. Then